Hello, everybody. Business Finance 330 is Professor Hassey. Our week number 4 introduction video, live and in color from Claremont, California. This week, it's Capital Valuation, Bonds and Stocks, Chapters 6 and 7. We'll look at a video defining stocks and bonds in just a minute. That's what Chapters 6 and 7 are about. We have some problems we'll review in class on Wednesday evening. You have a discussion post to do this week, an update of your portfolio through the 4th week of the class. Take a valuation of Friday's April 16th and post it to Blackboard by Sunday, April 18th. Those instructions are in the course discussion folder in Blackboard. We also have assignment number 1 to review. That work was due on Sunday evening. A few of you have yet to post. Please make sure you do your posting in the next 24 hours because I'll be grading the work and posting it prior to class on Wednesday. If I don't have your work, you will get a 0. And that's not a good way to start for our first assignment. Any questions, you be sure to let me know. Let's take a look at a video that introduces bonds and stock, the main form of capital fundraising for corporations.
In this video, I want to give you
The words stocks and bonds are commonly mentioned in the same breath, but they're very different investments. In this video, you'll learn how bonds differ from stocks. You'll also learn what terms and characteristics are unique to bonds. Let's start with a basic definition. A bond is a loan investment, which means an investor is actually loaning money to an entity, like a company, government, or municipality. A stock, on the other hand, is an own investment. An investor who purchases stock actually owns a piece of that company. To say it another way, when an investor buys a bond, he's loaning money to a company in exchange for regular interest payments. When he buys a stock, he's buying ownership in a company. Of course, whenever a loan is made, certain terms have to be established. The same is true with bonds. When a company raises money through a bond, it's called a new issue. In a new issue, millions of dollars of bonds are commonly available. Each bond usually has a face or par value of $1,000. The face value is the cost to buy a single bond. Interest received from the bond is called a coupon. For example, a new bond may pay a coupon of $50 a year. Because coupons are typically paid twice a year, an investor should expect $25 every 6 months. So a bond that has a coupon of $50 and a face value of $1,000 has a coupon rate of 5%. This is the interest on the loan. The loan agreement ends when the bond reaches maturity. Maturity is the length of time on the loan and is also the point at which your invested principal is returned to you. Bond maturities range anywhere from 1 to 30 years. Loan investments with maturities less than a year are usually referred to as commercial paper or bills. Bonds with maturities of 1 to 10 years are sometimes referred to as notes. And bonds of 10 to 30 years are simply bonds. Despite having a maturity of 30 years, some bonds can be paid off early. These are known as callable bonds. Callable means that after a certain period of time, the bond issuer may return the invested principal back to the investor, paying off the loan early. The investor will keep all interest paid to that point, but won't expect any more coupon payments after his original principal has been returned. So, let's review. When an investor purchases a bond, he's actually loaning money to an entity, like a company. In return for the loan, the company will pay the investor interest, usually on a semi-annual basis. The interest provides regular and consistent income for the investor until maturity, which may be anywhere from 1 to 30 years, depending on the bond purchased. However, income is subject to the credit risk of the issuer of the bond. If an issuer defaults, no future income payments will be made. At maturity, the investor has his initial investment or principal returned to him. Keep in mind, not all bonds are the same. Some come as secured or unsecured, providing varying degrees of protection. Some issuers have varying credit ratings. Some carry different interest rate structures and offer various repayment schedules. Investors should keep these factors in mind before investing.
Stock valuation and stocks explained in 3 minutes. What is a share of stock? Simply known as a stock for short. Basically, a stock is a certificate which proves that you own part of a company or corporation. Why would someone want to buy a share of stock? In theory, you want to own a company's share of stock so that you can get paid a share of the company's profits. This money is called dividends. Therefore, if a stock's owner is expected to get paid a lot of dividends now and in the future, then the stock should have a high value. On the other hand, if a stock's owner is expected to get paid only little dividends now and in the future, the stock should have a low value. Another benefit of owning a share of stock is that the stock's owner, also known as a stockholder or shareholder, will be able to sell this share of stock in the future. People want to own a stock if they think it will eventually sell at a good price. In theory, a stock's value should go up if it will have more dividends in the future, and this should increase a stock's price. In reality, however, a stock's theoretical value is often different from a stock's price. That's because in the real world, there are many other factors which affect stock value or stock price. In fact, some of these factors are not based on logic. For example, among the biggest factors affecting stock prices are greed and fear. When crazy, greedy people think that a stock price will go up, even with no logical reason, they start buying it quickly, hoping to make a quick buck. This bids up stock prices, so they go up. And when people start fearing their stock's price may go down, they sell it quickly, and the stock price drops. So anyway, this was a super simplified explanation of this concept. Would you like to learn how to calculate stock value the easy way? Check out my free video at mbabullshit.com. See you there.
Okay, sorry about the name of that last stock video. That one slipped by me. I apologize. Hope I didn't offend anybody. So those are two introductions to bonds, the lending of money to a corporation, and stocks, the ownership of a corporation. And that'll be our discussion this week in class. Again, as I mentioned earlier, you have a student discussion forum for a grade this week. It's in week 4, Assess Discussion Forum, Portfolio Valuation. You are to update your portfolio as of Friday, April 16th, and I'll go through that in class on Wednesday. You also are to add an additional column in your spreadsheet and entitle that column Beta, and we're going to discuss Beta in class on Wednesday. Beta is a statistical analysis of risk assessment of a company, and we'll talk about that in class. Again, if you have not completed assignment 1, please do so by in the next day or so I can get it graded and post it to Blackboard for your first assignment grade. Remember, assignment number 1 is 10% of your course grade. So I look forward to working with you this week. I'll see you, some of you, in class on Wednesday. If not, please look at our recording of that video of that class on Thursday. Any questions, please let me know. Remember, graded work this week, discussion post number 2 in Blackboard. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.